Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. Today I've got something that is from a range which I've tried on the channel before. So it's from Tesco's Wicked Kitchen range. I've only ever tried one of their things before, and it was a spicy macaroni thing. And I'll be honest, it was awful. I did not like it at all. The flavour, there wasn't much flavour to it. It was mostly just spicy, and it didn't cook the pasta through. The macaroni was crunchy, which is horrible. So I don't want to give up on the range entirely because it's trying to do a good thing. You know, it's a vegan range. You know, they're trying to push that vegan thing. And as much as I am a meat eater and I definitely don't want to go vegan, I do understand the principle behind it, and I think it's a good thing ultimately. So I do think having good vegan options is a good idea. And there are some really good ones out there. So I would quite frankly eat some vegan things over some meat things. It just kind of depends. I mean, like my last video, which was liver and onions. Give me a vegan whatever over that any day of the week, because that was vile. But yeah, so this thing, I don't want to give up on the range because I want it to come good. So I'm willing to try something else and see if we have different results. So this one is their spicy coconut and rice noodles. So it's noodles in a fragrant coconut, ginger, lime and chili broth with mushrooms and coriander. That quite frankly sounds quite nice. As long as the noodles are cooked through, I think that's going to be quite good. And the good thing about rice noodles is that rice noodles do tend to cook quicker and easier than macaroni noodles. So I figure that this should cook them through. So that's just, put hot water in, boom, you're good to go. It takes about 4 minutes. So let's see what's in this. So it is vegan, as you know. Let me just see if we've got confirmation of that. Yep, suitable for vegans. You've got all your ingredients there. So I'm not going to go through all them. But yeah, it sounds okay. And I do like rice noodles and stuff. I love making a pad thai with rice noodles and doing that whole thing. Love it. So we should have a look and see what our calories and stuff are. So you've got a per pot, and this is a decent sized pot. It's about the same size as a pot noodle, I would say. This is really hard to hold up, by the way, because it's hot as balls. Right, what we've got per pot: 289 calories. That's all right for a wee lunch, right? You can have a wee snack with it. 1.8 grams of fat. It's really low. 1.3 grams of that is saturated fat. So it's mostly saturated fat, but still low in saturated fat. 60.4 grams of carbs, which is quite high. Of course, that's the noodles. 1.8 grams of sugar, which isn't a lot. 2 grams of fiber, 6.8 grams of protein, 2.4 grams of salt. So quite a lot of salt. If you look at the thing there, you can see the salt's in the orange. So 40% of your daily intake for salt is in this 289 calorie pot. That's quite a lot. But I find that with a lot of vegan things, you have to have quite a lot of salt in order to make them taste of anything, which is a bit of a shame, but maybe they'll come up with alternatives at some point. Should really use more MSG and stuff, quite frankly, especially Asian inspired stuff. They should really put more MSG in. But there's that whole paranoid thing. MSG, it kills your babies. It makes you stop having heart palpitations. I don't know. It's there's something about MSG being bad for you. I reckon that was just an agenda pushed by, I don't know, people that don't like Chinese food. But MSG is a wonderful thing. You should put it on everything. It makes everything taste better, quite frankly. So this is noodles. Quite stodgy. It said to fill it up to the first line if you wanted wicked intense flavour and thicker sauce. I mean, the sauce is still pretty watery, I'm going to be honest. But hopefully we get some wicked intense flavour. So there's your noodles. They feel cooked through. Look like they've got all the herby bits and all that through them. So, look alright. Smells nice. Sort of coconutty. I can smell the coriander. Smells a little bit of chili. So it smells good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This one actually might be okay. Fingers crossed. Right, so this is Wicked Kitchen from Tesco. Spicy coconut and rice noodles. Let's give them the old taste test. Obviously, if you don't like coriander, you're not going to like this. Or cilantro, if you're in America. Don't know why I did that in an English accent. How would I do it in an American accent? Cilantro. I don't know. I shouldn't do accents. I'm terrible at it. Right. Yeah, let's give another bite of these. Okay. Point number one. Are the noodles cooked? Yes. Yes, they are. The noodles are cooked fine. Cooked perfectly. Can't complain about those. Cooked perfectly well. So, good. Point number one for them. Well done. Now, what about the flavour? There's meant to be quite a lot of salt in this, but I'm honestly not tasting a lot. You can taste the coriander. Like you can really taste the coriander, but I would say that's the major flavour I'm getting. There's a little bit of kick on it, so a little bit of tingle on the tongue there, but I'm not tasting chili. I'm not tasting the spice. You get the odd chewy bit in there, and that's obviously not the noodles, and that's the little mushrooms. So you get a little bit chewy mushroom bit, but there's not enough of it for it to really add any flavour, I don't think. What else should I be tasting here? Ginger, lime, coconut. You can smell the coconut more than you can taste it. Doesn't really taste coconutty. Ginger and lime. Don't know, maybe that's just that's giving you the bit of tingle, but can't really taste the ginger. Maybe if you smell really closely, you can pick out the ginger, but that could just be the coriander, to be honest, because they're similar in smell, I would say. I'm just going to try drinking the broth just to see how that tastes on its own. Bit more flavour if you just drink the broth, but even so, still not that flavourful. I don't know, if I was to push myself, I would say I could taste the ginger and lime in there, but I don't know if I really can. It's really mostly overpowered by the coriander, and even the coriander doesn't taste that much. So yeah, not a lot of flavour to it, but it is nice. It's warm, the noodles are cooked well, so it's not going to blow any minds by any chance, but it's okay. It's inoffensive. It falls into that category of it's inoffensive, it's edible. You know, it's not gonna taste bad, but it doesn't have a lot of flavour, which is a shame. So yeah, I think then for Wicked Kitchen so far, 2 for 2 going down. Both things I would never eat again. So I'm not enthused with the Wicked Kitchen offerings. I think I'll probably will try more from the range just to see what it's like, but I think I'll stay away from the pots for a while, give them a bit of time, because sometimes with these things they'll improve them over time, because this is reasonably new, I think. So maybe they'll improve them as time goes on if they find better ways to make them flavourful. I don't know. So we'll leave it for a while and not try any more of the pots. But I do want to try some of that other stuff, because I know they've got Wicked Kitchen stuff in their fridge section. They've got like vegan meats or whatever they are. So I'll try them, or try one or two of those on the channel at some point. But yeah, not enthused by the Wicked Kitchen range, Tesco. I think you need to go back to the drawing board and on those. If this is how vegans live, I'm glad I'm not one. Because yeah, I need some flavour in my life, and so do you. And if you like a little bit of flavour in your life, you should subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Come back so you can see more of me, because I'm a very flavourful guy. I'm a very nice guy, and I want to be your friend. And that doesn't sound creepy or weird at all. But thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you tried anything else from the Wicked Kitchen range. What did you think? Are there any other vegan things that you've tried that you think are banging? Something that I should try? Because I am always on the lookout for anything vegan that is banging that I could use to maybe replace a real thing that I have. I say real thing like vegans aren't real. They're mystical, they come from Neverland. Yeah. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I will catch you all in the next video. I'll see you then.